Hi everyone and welcome to another episode of Freezerburns. As always, I'm your host Greg, the frozen food master, and you're joining me as I eat my way through the freezer aisle one box at a time. Today, by popular request, I'm reviewing this. It's the Kid Cuisine Cheese Blaster Mac and Cheese, $2.99 a box. If you have kids or if you're still a kid at heart, you know your kids want these things, these Kid Cuisines, but how good are they for you? And most importantly, how do they taste? I'm ready to get this out of the box, see how it looks. Let's go through the nutritional facts, cooking instructions, all the important things that you want to know about Kid Cuisine, and then most importantly, we're going to get that in my belly. So, Kid Cuisine Cheese Blaster Mac and Cheese. What does this contain? Macaroni and cheese sauce, okay, corn, cheese sauce packet, mixed berry fruit flavored roll, i.e. fruit roll-up without the endorsement of fruit roll-up. I don't remember what this penguin guy's name is, this Kid Cuisine penguin, but maybe I'm the only one with my head in the gutter, but I don't think I want to serve something to my kids that basically has this penguin hosing down these pasta with cheese. I'm just saying that it kind of weirded me out when I saw that. When I really looked at it, I'll let you take a good look. I don't know. That's kind of scary. Okay, Kid Cuisine. Kids, adults, comma, your kids probably want this. I know my kids do. Every time I go down the freezer aisle, they're like, Daddy, Daddy, Daddy. Actually, I then tell them, no, you refer to me as the frozen food master. No, I don't really say that. But they say, Daddy, Daddy, Daddy. I want Kid Cuisine. I want Kid Cuisine. How the heck do they know about Kid Cuisine? I'll tell you why. Because they're watching TV. They see the commercials. They go to school and they see their friends. It's like Lunchables, right? All their friends get to bring Lunchables, and you're like, you're cursing all the other parents. They want this. They see the packaging. They see the letters. They just know from a typographical standpoint that this is for them. And to top it off, mac and cheese, right? Of course they want that. Of course they want fruit roll-ups. My concern is $2.99 a box, right? If they want mac and cheese, I'll just hook them up with a generic store brand box macaroni and cheese and stuff it in a little Tupperware and send them on the way. You probably get 4 times the amount of servings here. So from a budget standpoint, I'm a little skeptical. Now, is it the cheesiest? The only way we can find out is when I get this in my belly. So we're gonna figure that out a little bit later in the show. Let's talk about nutritional facts. 1 serving size, one per meal, 410 calories, 9 grams of fat, 15 milligrams of cholesterol, 590 milligrams of sodium, 69 grams total carbs, 12 grams of protein. I can cook this in the microwave. Cut and remove film cover from fruit flavored roll and the cheese packet. It's interesting. Remove fruit flavored roll and cheese packet. Oh, okay, got it. Always read all the way through. Place cheese packet in bowl of hot tap water to warm. Man, this is hard. Microwave meal on high, 2 minutes and 30 seconds. Stir macaroni and cheese. Replace film cover. Continue microwaving 1 minute to 1 minute and 30 seconds. Let stand for 2 minutes. Stir cheese sauce into the macaroni and cheese and check that product is cooked thoroughly. There's a lot of different things to do. Let's see how it looks. Okay, blue tray. It's good for consistency. I can see from the back, looks like when my kids get to the bottom of this macaroni and cheese, they're gonna see that penguin. They're not gonna see him hosing down his cheese whiz all over the noodles. That's a good overheard, right? I'm gonna pull this back. This is the Kid Cuisine branded fruit roll-up. Mixed berry. This, wow, it's like the size of a wet nap. This is the Kid Cuisine Cheese Blast. The only thing cooler about this is if it came with a little hose so I can hose down that cheese just like the box says. But nonetheless, I'm gonna have to stick this into warm tap water and let it kind of work its way out, and then I'm gonna, shoot it all over that stuff. Okay, doesn't really smell like anything that I wouldn't already imagine. The corn smells like corn and the macaroni and cheese smells like macaroni and cheese. I'm gonna get this in the microwave, and when we come back, we're gonna see how it smells and what you're waiting for. Get this in my mouth and down into my belly. So, when we come back, I will tell you how it tastes. Okay, so I've taken this out of the microwave. As you can see, that steam, can you even see me behind that steam? It's crazy. This is really hot. We got the macaroni and cheese. We have the corn. I have taken this little bugger here and have soaked it in hot tap water, and I'm ready to just blast this cheese all over the noodles. And then I'm also going to open this up later, which again is this mixed berry fruit strip, or whatever they call them, fruit strips. Fruit flavored roll. Fruit flavored roll. So that's that. Now, smell. You definitely can pick up the cheese. That's good, right? Sometimes you have macaroni and cheese and you smell it and you're like, well, it smells like macaroni, but it doesn't smell like cheese. So I definitely pick up the macaroni and cheese part. If you look at the pasta itself, decent size, thick pasta, feels like it's not too mushy or not too hard. Corn smells like corn, right? It always does. I haven't had, even in the most ghetto meal that I have reviewed in the history of Freezerburns, I've never had bad corn. So can't go wrong with corn, guys, okay? Now, I'm gonna shoot this into here. I'm not gonna be able to do it the same way that that lucky little fireman penguin could do it. Ugh. So this is what they're calling the cheese blast, which still seems kind of nasty to me, to be perfectly honest. I, squeezed a bunch on there just for taste. I'm gonna mix this around. Now, the cheese blast is a more orangey yellow, and the existing macaroni and cheese was a more yellowy yellow. Does that make sense? Frankly, it doesn't. I'm sure it's going to taste blasty, but it sure doesn't smell any different. Now, this looks still really hot. In fact, when I took this out of the microwave, it was sizzling. Let's see how it tastes. That's some good macaroni and cheese. Yeah, that is some good macaroni and cheese. Okay, let's taste the corn. Corn's good. Corn's good. Doesn't taste. You know what corn tastes like, right? I don't need to tell you that. This macaroni and cheese is really good. I'm not saying it's as good as like Stouffer's macaroni and cheese, and it certainly is not as good as, in my opinion, the best macaroni and cheese that you can get in the supermarket, which is Kraft. It is the cheesiest. But this is better than the macaroni and cheese you would find at a buffet, better than the macaroni and cheese you will find at the, in a kid's meal at a amusement park, right? That you paid like 15 bucks for, with some like souvenir cup with a big zebra head on it or something that you'll never use again. Sorry, I'm a little bitter about that stuff. This is good macaroni and cheese. I gotta hand. I'm shocked. I'm shocked how good this is. Tastes really good. That cheese, as you can see, I'm eating it. That's really good. Okay. I'm hesitant to eat this right now because right now I think wild berry and like all these little things are exploding in the back of my tongue. It's like pow, 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 pow. Like, because I'm anticipating how this is going to taste. Oh, wow, yeah. By smelling it even, it smells the way I imagine it would smell. Let's look at this. This is this fruit snack. I'm going to tear just a little piece off. Not too sticky, which is good, but sticky enough, which is good for kids. Let's see how this tastes. I'm not a big fan of these, to be honest. So take that with a grain of salt. It's sticky. It's, you know, kids like it. Kids will like this. Tastes like an hour later. Remember those? Tastes like an hour later. Not as wow, that was sticky. Not as powerful as a like some of those like really tangy Skittles. But it's good. I'm sure it's not great for you, but I'm sure it's not horrible for you. And the kids will probably love just rolling around stuff and sucking it and doing. Just taken out of context, I realize what I just said is going to be kind of nasty. So please don't take me out of context. Okay, sorry. This is not a bad meal. I like this better than the All-Star Chicken Nuggets that I did from Kids Cuisine a couple months ago. This is the Kid Cuisine Cheese Blaster Mac and Cheese, despite the fact that I still think this is kind of PG-13 for the freezer aisle. Kid Cuisine Cheese Blaster Mac and Cheese, I give this a 3.5 star, $2.99 a box. If you do need to succumb to Kid Cuisine, you don't mind your kid having some starch and sugar, I would try this one. This one seems pretty legit. Cheese Blaster Mac and Cheese. And yeah, that's all I can say. As always, I'm your host Greg, the Frozen Food Master. This has been another review of Freezerburns, and I'll see you next time.